What was it like living in the Chinese railroad worker campgrounds in the 1860s? Chinese workers experienced residential segregation when building the Transcontinental Railroad. White labor contractors often forced Chinese workers to live in the areas exposed to bad weather and mosquitoes, separated from non-Chinese workers. Workers lived in close proximity, so the air often smelled of body sweat, unwashed work clothes and boots, as well as old bedding and damp canvas from the tents. Outhouses were nearby and crudely made. American news reporters and writers expressed disgust for the living conditions of Chinese workers, but never acknowledged that wealthy white labor contractors like Leland Stanford, the founder of Stanford University, were responsible for the Chinese workers' grim living quarters. Railroad tycoons wanted to employ Chinese workers for as cheap as possible in order to compete with other railroad companies. Many construction projects had to be completed quickly, so many Chinese workers lived in temporary camps. They slept in tents together under the open sky. For major construction projects, Chinese workers lived in the same camp for months to years. They used stones to create areas for cooking, eating, and tending the fire pit. Railroad workers created dugouts for eating, social activity, and shielding residents from cold wind and snow. Despite harsh living conditions, Chinese workers managed to make their campgrounds feel like home. Archaeologists today examine the material remains of the Chinese worker camps, which reveal how Chinese workers survived under conditions of extreme racial hierarchy and inequality.